Learning English vocabulary can feel overwhelming when you face hundreds of new words, but there are effective ways to make the process easier and enjoyable. Memorization is not just about repeating words until they stick. It is about using smart techniques that help your brain store and recall information naturally. Below are practical tips you can use to memorize English vocabulary faster and more effectively. 1. Learn in context. Words are easier to remember when you see them in real sentences, conversations, or stories. Instead of memorizing the word run by itself, learn it in a sentence like she runs every morning. This way, you not only understand the meaning, but also how the word functions in real situations. Reading short stories, watching movies with subtitles, or listening to podcasts helps you collect words in context. 2. Use repetition with spaced practice. Cramming rarely works for long-term memory. The better approach is spaced repetition. Review new words after 1 day, again after 3 days, then after a week, and later after a month. This repeated exposure strengthens your memory of the word each time. Flashcard apps such as Anki or Quizlet are excellent tools that use this technique automatically. 3. Connect words with images. Your brain loves pictures. Associating a word with a strong image makes it memorable. If you want to learn the word apple, visualize a shiny red apple in your hand. For abstract words, create creative pictures in your imagination. For example, to remember freedom, you might imagine a bird flying out of an open cage. 4. Group vocabulary by theme. Studying words randomly can be confusing. Instead, learn words in categories such as food, travel, emotions, or technology. When you learn related words together, your brain organizes them like files in a folder. For example, if you are learning travel vocabulary, study airport, ticket, luggage, passport, boarding pass together. 5. Use the words immediately. Active use is the best way to memorize. After learning new words, try to use them in a sentence, a short story, or even in your daily conversations. For instance, if you learn the word delicious, you can say, "This soup is delicious." Speaking and writing make the words part of your active vocabulary instead of just passive knowledge. 6. Create personal connections. Words become stronger in your memory when they connect to your personal life. Instead of memorizing teacher as a general word, think of your favorite teacher in school. When learning city, think about your hometown. Personal links give emotional weight to vocabulary, making it stick better. 7. Break words into parts. Many English words share common roots, prefixes, or learning these patterns helps you guess meanings. For example, the prefix un means not. Once you know this, you can understand words like unhappy, unfair, uncertain without memorizing each separately. Similarly, the root bio means life, so you can connect biology, biography, and biodiversity. 8. Practice with games. Learning should not feel boring. Play vocabulary games like crossword puzzles, word searches, or apps that challenge you to guess words quickly. Even creating your own quiz can make memorization fun. Games stimulate your brain's reward system, which increases motivation and memory retention. 9. Listen and repeat. Pronunciation practice helps with memory. When you say a word out loud, you involve both your mouth and your ears, creating a stronger memory link. Listening to native speakers and repeating after them also improves your accent and makes the word feel natural in your mouth. 10. Be consistent and patient. Vocabulary building is a long-term process. 10 words learned every day can grow into thousands over time. Consistency is more important than speed. Celebrate small progress. Stay curious and don't worry if you forget words sometimes. Forgetting and relearning is part of the process. By combining these strategies, context, repetition, visualization, grouping, and active use, you will find it much easier to memorize English vocabulary. The key is not to treat learning as a burden, but as a daily practice that becomes part of your life. Read, listen, speak, and write with new words as often as possible. With time, your vocabulary will expand naturally, and you will notice yourself speaking English with more confidence and fluency.